Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on Spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind. Say what?
Stayed on Spirit.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah,
Hallelujah. 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 Oh, my goodness, my goodness. Good morning, Center for Spiritual Living, Simi Valley.
Good morning.
So I'm listening to the song, and I'm thinking, I'd wake up, listen to that song. I love it.
You never tired
I
of it.
don't.
No.
I don't. Because it's just, walking and talking with
Yeah.
my mind, singing and praying
There's certain
with
songs
my
that just don't get
mind,
old.
bacon and eggs on my mind. It doesn't matter what it is. It's all about spirit, Yeah. Oh. Been singing that song for 10 years.
No.
Well, we didn't. No. We started singing it when Cherie got
When
here.
I got here, which
We
was
started singing
9
when Cherie
years
got
ago.
here. That's right. So what? So that's 9 years. Wow. Yeah. We didn't have a. Well, we tried to have a theme song, but it didn't take.
But
thank
that
you.
did.
Thank you. Yeah. Oh my God, you're my Paul Schaefer.
That's right.
I love that with hair.
Not the Tonight Show, the Good Morning Band.
The morning band with the morning
Good
band.
Morning Show
with
band.
the Good Morning Show band. Welcome. So good to have you here. And we also want to welcome our folks that are watching on still doing the Virch thing, which is holding on. John, what are you doing? John, what are you doing? No, what are you doing? What are you doing? He's over there. And he's back there by himself. We tell everybody, when John's doing it, don't go back there with him because he gets all talking and everything. But, but he's over there all by himself, just in his own world. Yep. I bet John still has maps of his belly button from when he was a kid. It's not so fast. Back up. I want to say hello to Virch people. I want to say hi to Virch, to Facebook and YouTube. And thank you so much for being here. And I was talking with Becky beforehand, and I think if everybody that's watching throughout the week, if all of you came here, I would like to try this out and see what happens. If all of you would just come on one Sunday, I think we might barely have enough seats for you all. But let's make that happen. So wake up some Sunday and come and join us. And I'm talking about you too, Texas, you too, South Carolina, you too, Minnesota. You know what I'm talking about. Get on a plane and fly here and be with us some Sunday morning. All right. Yeah. Make a date, yes. Make a definite date. And here's a great date. I'm going to give you 365 days on when to decide to come here. Come today because it's Family Day. Now, some of you are relatively new, and you may not know why we call it Family Day. So I have this very good friend, Ruby, Courtney Ruby, and she adopted these two young boys. And she's a single mom. And they were older. They were like, at the time, well, let's see, 10. So they must have been 4 and 5. And the judge said, after Courtney signed the papers, the judge said, well, fellas, do you choose to adopt Courtney? And they said, yes. And he said, okay, then you have to sign the papers too. So they signed the papers too. And I thought that was so cool. And then every year on their anniversary of their adoption, they have Family Day. What Courtney also did is, because she was a single mom, she found a tribe of men. And I've been lucky enough to be one of those men, to be in the lives of Robert and Giovanni. So we take them to guy stuff, or maybe not guy stuff, just to stuff with a guy. And so that has been a really valuable aspect of their life, right? And so I thought when I came here, why don't we do the same thing? So there's a letter of call over there. Mm-hmm. Yes, for me. And all over it are your signatures as well as the board signatures, because you adopted me and I adopted you, and that's how we became together. And that's why we have the second Sunday, the closest one to the 14th, 15th, is our Family Day. And today it's going to be a really sweet one, because not only is it Family Day, but we continue celebrating our 40th anniversary by doing, John, here's what we're going to do. We're going to
wait. It's not just the 40th anniversary. It's not just Family Day. There's something else that's happening. There's something else that this day is significant of.
You know what? I forgot all about that. That's why I'm wearing this shirt.
It's my honor to come up here and interrupt your speech.
I consider myself interrupted.
You're interrupted. This is our beloved spiritual director's 10th anniversary here in this community. And we are so grateful to have you here. It is our great good fortune that you have come to us, and we've come to you. We're all together as one, and I can say from my own heart, and I know I don't speak for only myself, on behalf of this entire community, you are just the greatest good fortune we could have possibly had. And
wow.
We are just so grateful. 10 years, everybody.
Well, Steve, I'm honored that you're the one that came up to do that, because you have been a foundational member of this center for so many years. I don't know, maybe even from the beginning, but I know 25 or 30.
12 years before me.
Before that, and so it's great to have you up here. I did remember, because this is the shirt that the men's group gave me on my first Sunday when I came here. So I wore that, this is kind of like my Family Day uniform. So I wear that on the anniversary day. But thank you for that, and it's been an honor to be here.
Well, congratulations! I'm going to leave now.
Yeah. Well, it's been great, and all the things that we have done. I mean, you think about the stuff that, let me put this back up here. We think about all the stuff that we've done. When I got here, we had Wednesday, the Wednesday night live or Wednesday night event or whatever it was called, and we had Sunday. And occasionally there was a class. We got this beautiful facility. In the last 10 years, we've changed that. There's something happening in this building every day. Right, every day. Weight Watchers on Monday, and then we have Weight Watchers coming back on Tuesday. We have a 12-step group on Tuesday, Wednesday. We have a meditation on Wednesday. We have a meditation on Thursday. We have another 12-step group. We have a homeowners association. We have all the Friday night events. We have a 12-step group on Saturday. We have a person who's doing therapy work on Thursdays. This place, there's something happening in this room or in these rooms every day, and they're all based on life improvement. They're all based on a spiritual uplift of life. 12-step program, it's a spiritual experience. Going to see a therapist, it's truly a spiritual experience. Going to any of our Friday night events, spiritual experience. So we are a center for spiritual living. And if there's anything that I can be the happiest about and the proudest about, is ushering, witnessing, guiding, and leading us as we became more than a church that decided to change its name. Because that's what we were before. We were a church, Centers for Spiritual Living, the United Church of Religious Science or International Church of Religious Science, that decided to change its name to Centers for Spiritual Living. But really, it was just a name change. We were still just a church, but we're not anymore. We're so much more than that. And that's the beautiful thing about our evolution over the last 10 years. We become more than we were, and that's what Dr. Holmes wants from all of us. That's the teaching, that there's more within us to unfold. And we get to do that again today when we go into the compassionate care kits. We're going to assemble them after service out in the classroom. We will have a little bit of fellowship over here in the fellowship space, and then at some point some guy with a real loud voice will say, "All right, everybody, let's go to the classroom." And we'll go in there and we'll pack things up and decide how to make the bags, and you'll get some instructions on how to do that. And it won't be long, maybe 15 minutes of fellowship, and then we'll get in there and we'll start making our compassionate care kits so we can serve the community and continue to be who we are. So, boom. Thank you. Mm-hmm. And we do it all with 2 staff people. Really, just it's Darlene and I, and then we have a bookkeeper who works about 6 hours or so a week, and we have some folks that we pay stipends to, not what they're even close to worth. We give Cherie something, which she almost always gives back. I mean, it's amazing. I want to just honor you that you come here. We pay you every week, and I think if I were to look at your tithing chart and see, your tithe far exceeds what you give. So we're like California versus Alabama. Some of you might know what I mean, right? Yeah, she's a California, so it's really great. So thank you for that. And same thing. Cindy Joy is a break-even state, but we do pay her for her work in the classroom, and I think we pay Jessica. We're going to pay Jessica. We pay our musicians, you know. We offer a stipend to our staff ministers when they do work for the church. When they speak, they get a split of the class revenues when they teach a class or a workshop. And so, thank you to our practitioners. John's here, Robert's here. The rest of what we do, moving the chairs in and out for the various events, staffing the various events, even down to cleaning the toilets, it's all volunteers. Volunteers, it's you. So this is a participatory church that is owned by the members of the Center of Spiritual Living. And in that regard, we also have volunteers that we like to honor. You know, I wish we could give everybody money for the stuff they do. We can at least do this. And for this month, the volunteer of the month are Diane Klimsack and Pat Schaefer. I want you both to come up here. So today, this is really cool because we have Alpha and Omega. Right? I mean, Pat's been here like a week. and
almost 8 years.
And a whole alphabet of years. Right?
Yep.
And both of you have done and do so much for our center, as everyone knows. But talk about why you do it, what you do it, and anything that I didn't say about what we're going to do later, because you know all of that stuff.
Well, first of all, I'm going to speak for both of us. We do it because we love you guys, and we want this center to be the very best that it can be, and that's just all that it is. There really is nothing else, and we work really well together, Diane and I. We do a lot of things together.
Right. Excuse me.
A little more center.
All the way here.
Excuse us.
All the way, all the way, all the way, all the way, all the way,
Okay.
all the way.
So we're in the screen now?
Yes,
Okay.
it's for the Verge people.
Hi. So anyway, we love what we do, and we love all of you, and we appreciate all the help that you give us and support for things like our bake sales and our parties and things like that. So thanks for that. Here, Diane.
I want to thank everybody again about the bake sale. It was very successful, and it's one of our pleasures to do that. Pat and I, it's amazing how she'll call me with an idea, and it's almost like our words come out at the same time. You know, we're just amazing. And the other thing is, and I can't say this enough, you know, when I first came here, the 3 T's, your time, your talent, and your treasure. Put your hand up instead of your hand out. Mm-hmm. And, you know, you can never outgive God, and you can never outgive helping others. But your time, your talent, and your treasure.
Absolutely.
And that's my theory.
That's your motto. It works. It works.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, ladies. All right. There you are. I'm going to take a lot of opportunities today to do this. They say never take your back to the stage. But is this shirt gorgeous or what? I gotta give it to them. Yes, indeed. So all we've been speaking about, from the theme song of waking up with your mind, focused on spirit, feeling that energy, participating in a church that you own, that is clearly yours, and any of you that have had an idea, I doubt you've come to me with an idea and it hasn't happened. If you say it, you get to do it. You know, my answer is yes, which sometimes drives the board absolutely nuts. But then I can always say yes later to something else when your yes doesn't actually work out as planned. And that's just part of evolution, so we'll continue to do that. If you see something here that needs to be different, or you feel a call to do something at your own, Alexander Devine, he's been here, a month? He's been here longer than that. But his energy came in. He's got our open mic night that's happening, you know. Abby showed up, and she went to a sound bath. He goes, I do sound baths. It was almost like that. I went, what was that? Okay. Now she's one of our sound bath regulars, and it's just the way it works. So if you have an idea, bring it out, because this mission statement is all of what we're all about. Were you about to play me off?
No. That
No,
was
really?
it. I swear to God.
It's okay. I mean,
Swear to God, that was it.
no, it's fine. It's fine, Paul. If you want me to stop, I'll stop.
It's the musical hook.
It's the musical hook. All right. Here, let's do it together. You ready? We're a community, inclusive, loving, and authentic. We celebrate all paths to God in gratitude, empowering self and others. We serve compassionately through outreach, inspiration, and education. That's who we are. That's why we're here. And here's what we do. As Rob comes up, I love having Cosmic Kids in the house because there's a certain tonality to your voices that changes the way we do that mission statement. And so that was another Alpha Omega feeling, to have your young voices included in that and hear you read it. Thank you for sharing it and being a part of our center.
Yeah.
Keep coming. Tell your friends. Bring them out. Let them come with you. Okay.
So join me in consciousness, knowing that there is just one thing happening, and that is the divine unfoldment of all that is, which is really big. Back behind everything, there is wisdom and joy and life and creativity and beauty, and each of us has that. Each of us has all of that. And as much as we want to express, we are free to do so. So we are here as wonderful, beautiful, intelligent, loving, kind, warm, caring people. And we are so grateful for this center where we can be ourselves and learn how to be more ourselves, to let more of that natural unfolding happen, to become more wise and more loving, to have a place to practice. We are so grateful for this place. And it's entertaining, and it's fun, and there's fellowship and community. And there is important work that we do. All of that. We are so grateful to be here. We're so grateful to have Reverend Stephen here, and for the music and just everything that is brought to this community that makes it what it is. And from this place of joy and appreciation and gratitude, we release this word to the law, and the law says yes, it will continue to do so. And we do this, and we continue to do this when we say, and so it is.
Please stand for our congregational song. Because I am free, blinded by the Spirit. Spirit of God, it's upon me. Oh, Spirit of God is 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 upon me. Don't need any law. Wanna sing with that God has made me free, blinded by the Spirit. Spirit of God, it's upon me. Oh, Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh. On the last Spirit, I just. Here we go. That's right.
Hi, kids. Whoo, Cosmic Kids. Our captain, Cindy Joy, is under the weather today. So I am also going to be the captain, along with my friend, Krista. Yeah. And the reason it works out beautifully is because I'm going to help these kids do some bags in the back.
Yeah.
So before you guys even get there, they're already going to have some done. What? All right. Yeah. All right. So what we're going to be doing today is focusing on giving, because that's what these bags are all about. Giving. We're going to be giving to people that don't necessarily have the things that we have. So do you guys like to give? Yeah? All right. Well, let me see how you give. How do you give, Travi?
Give something to people.
Nice.
Present?
What was it?
A present.
Oh, a present. That's a great idea. How about you?
Food.
Food. You can, yes, and we actually have food in the bags. Yes.
The question.
How do you give?
With love.
Yeah.
With love. Yeah. How about you?
In school.
Yeah. Oh, you can give in school. And how about you?
Toys.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Wow. All right. So we're going to blast off and have a wonderful afternoon. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Woohoo! I missed it. Okay, so life just keeps unfolding. So I will read the affirmation and then we'll all say it together. I travel the physical world and time eternal in the creative stillness of mind. So all together. I travel the physical world and time eternal in the creative stillness of mind. So in this book that we're going through, How the Light Gets In chapter 2, ACB suggests that we read for pleasure. So this morning, I want to share one of my favorite passages from one of my favorite authors. This is Lois McMaster Bujold. I've been waiting, because this is sort of a spiritual, mystical thing, and I've been waiting for a way to share this with everybody, because you all know that I like science fiction and fantasy, also science journals and all that stuff. But anyway, I've been waiting for a chance, and so here it is. Lois McMaster Bujold, The Curse of Chalian. Kazarel's mind exploded. He opened outward and outward and outward still, till all the world lay below him, as if seen from a high mountain. But not the realms of matter. This was a landscape of soul stuff. Colors he could not name, of a shattering brilliance, bore him up upon a glorious turbulence. He could hear all the minds of the world whispering, sighing like a wind in a forest. If one could but distinguish simultaneously and separately the song of each leaf. And all the world's cries of pain and woe, and shame and joy, and hope and despair and aspiration, 1,000,000 moments from 1,000,000 lives. He'd once thought of the goddess of spring as a sort of pleasant, gentle young woman. In his vague and youthful conceptualizations, the priests had honed it scarcely further than to a mental picture of a nice immortal lady. This overwhelming mind listened to every cry or song in the world at once. She watched the souls in all their terrible, complex beauty with the delight of a gardener inhaling the scents of her flowers. And now, this mind turned her attention fully upon Casserole. Don't you just want to know what happens next? Reading for pleasure.
Oops. Guess who we've got today? Jessica Bruizeula, my hero.
Hello, everyone. Good to be back.
Yeah.
Well, this first song is called Sojourner. It's originally by Rhapsody featuring J. Cole, and I redid the lyrics after taking Building a Healing Consciousness class and also doing a master's in teaching where I had a project about a time I was marginalized or disenfranchised, but sometimes going into the past, you're like, I don't want to go back there, so let's just look at things differently and build that healing consciousness. So here are my words to the song.
Southern California, but doesn't mean I haven't journeyed to other states of mind, consciousness, places I affiliate. Need to know what came before me to fully appreciate how my mom and dad, when Knuckles came here to immigrate. Lived through Civil War and came escaping the hate. Yeah, they met in the States over the value of education. Both smart and on the prima check, but face discrimination. Told their people I'm smart, can't give no dissertation. Prove them wrong by not consuming that narration. See, they broke the trajectory, not repeating the history. To the kids, it was exemplary. Growing up in victory, imagine being at the top of the class in one country. Then coming here, working as a mater in a factory. See, that's gotta be a blow. Find yourself, so wait on hold. Like the phoenix, they rose. From the ashes, they rose. Took action, showed compassion. Things came crash when they separated. I think my eyes was the greatest. After that, she dedicated to her kids, demonstrated. Gave them to the creative, cause it's easy, not just in schools, but at home. To inspire little work and be persistent, the tools to rise high. That's why my sister, critical thinkers, an artist, and esquire. What you resist will persist. Mental shifts, believe in your gifts. Got a dream, plan for the future, check those goals off your list. Plant the seed, let it breed, and trust in what you see. It's success and action guaranteed, and so it is, let it go. I swam for miles only to realize the current is fighting against me, and I'm so tired, I'm floating now. From here on out, I've got to realize the power, learning to let go and just let God enjoy the ride. Swim good and enjoy the ride. Every time I rise up, thank God. right inside us just to give us what we need. Swim good, enjoy the ride. Every time I rise, I thank God that I'm alive. Swim good, enjoy the ride. Every time I rise, I thank God that I'm alive. I swam for miles only to realize the current is fighting against me, and I'm so tired. I'm floating out. From here on out, I've got to realize the power of learning to let go and just let God enjoy the ride. I swam for miles only to realize the current is fighting against me, and I'm so tired. I'm floating out. From here on out, I've got to realize the power of learning to let go and just let God enjoy the ride.
Here we go. Bring it down. Oh, yeah. Jessica Bruizeula.
So now it's time for the gap meditation, the God awareness place. So we'll go into the quiet for 3 minutes, and then after that time, Cherie will play us out.
I am in the darkness. I am in the light. See me if you can. Everywhere I am.
So we have several opportunities for meditation. There's a Sunday morning at 10 o'clock, Wednesdays at 5, and Thursdays at 7. So if you want to meditate in a community, we are here for you. Namaste.
All right, come on back up, Jessica.
I brought a smaller harp today. This one has levers instead of pedals. I gotta set my key in here. Right. This next song is called High Rises by a rapper named Chica. I changed up some of the words too because just to relate more to me, she said, little black girl from the south, little black girl run her mouth. And I'm like, I'm the opposite. I was a short brown girl from LA, and I was very timid, very quiet. So I just changed up some of the words to make it more fitting. But here we go. So the teacher's assigning her friends. Insecure, but she won't say it out loud. All she wanna do is make her mama proud. She wanna be like them other girls in another world. She just can't figure them out. Round face, sharp leg, long frame, bright eyes. She wonders if they'll judge her for her size. She doesn't compromise. She's seen this world before. The child is wise, never busy, but her mind is occupied. She used to dream of high rises, but life is full of surprises. Talent comes in second place to perfect timing. Used to swear that I was ready, but back then I wasn't rhyming funny. Hunger came from staying in my dorm and eating ramen. College had me stressing, college had me stressing. So Father, grant me blessing. Path I'm on is lonely, so right now just help me feel your presence. Keep royal bars with the humility of mortal peasants. Pray that every L just stand for lesson. Call me Lauren as I stand on this hill. I begin to survey the field. I wonder just how far I'd get without a deal. Cause anything I say is real, and any line I spit is facts, and any dream I have is valid, so I'm never going back. Listen to that voice inside. That is where the choice resides. You write the future, you know where it lies. Opposite judgments, envious desires. Taking a risk will always yield a prize. People will tell us to follow our heart and then look at us crazy when we live our lives. My mom, this was for dad. All the supporters that I ever had. This from my internship supervisor who said I would be nothing, but look where I'm at. I won't stop till I got to look at the times when we go out and eat, and I pick up the time. Take a leap on my dream, and it's all I can see. I'm enjoying the scene and I'm not looking back.
Right on.
Listen to that voice inside. That is where the choice resides. Listen to that voice inside. And that is where the choice resides. Inside. That is where the choice resides.
that voice inside. That is where the choice resides.
Jessica Bruizeula. Right on, girl.
Wow. Jessica, beautiful. Listen to the voice inside where the dream resides. Oh, lovely. Lovely. Thank you so much for that. Your songs are exactly this adventures and stillness that I wanted to talk about that Rob related to when he was talking about the book we're working with this month from Angela Carole Brown, How the Light Gets In. If you didn't pick up a copy last week, there are a few copies left, and I've ordered some more because it looks like we may run out. So don't double dip, but if you didn't pick up a copy last week, there are some out in the lobby for you to get. Last week we talked about turning within, and apparently Angela was watching last week, and thank you for what you wrote on Facebook about our center and what we do here. So last week it was about turning away from the wildness of the day-to-day news cycle. And boy, did we have quite a news cycle this week. Something to turn within after that. I thought, okay, well, now what, Angela? Well, the now what is to turn within to reading for pleasure. That's what I was talking about. Turn within to the meditative space, and I love reading. I grew up in a family with books, and my parents loved books, and I love old books. This one is. Let me see. When is this book? This is David Seabury. It's The Art of Selfishness. It's what it is. I just love this book. It's such a sweet one, and 1937. Happy birthday, Dad. The year my dad was born. What I love about old books is they smell differently. And the pages are thick, It's got that feathered feel. And there's something substantial about them. These lovely older books, And I just love them. What was hard for me, because books were hard to come by and very precious, it took a long time for me to develop my own reading style. But now I'm very much comfortable with the highlighter. And that was just the hardest, man. Writing in a book, are you kidding me? But now my books, they look like Walt Disney's Revenge. I've got yellow highlights for stuff I really like, and then green when I totally agree with it, and then I go back, and some stuff is, and red if like, no way. And then some stuff is like red, then it's got yellow, and it's got green because it's the evolution. And they keep putting things in some of my favorite books that were not there when I read them the last time. Isn't that amazing? Books, I just love that. And they come in so many really neat features. Anybody remember this series, Griffin and Sabine? Anybody know about this one? No nods on this? Such a sweet story, a romance that happens over time and over distance. And it's a series of letters back and forth, postcards at first, beautiful artwork, postcards at first, and eventually letters. And you get these beautiful letters. It's like so sweet, right? It's just a different format of books. It's all, and talk about escaping for pleasure. I remember when I got to near the end of this first one, I remember slowing down the reading because I didn't want the book to end, This is called Griffin and Sabine. And fortunately, they came over like 6 episodes. So it didn't end for a long time. I was really happy about that. And then, so that's just great. And then I had an instructor when I was at Antioch, a guy named David Tripp. And he helped me to figure out how to get through all the books that they assign for you in school. See, I'm a college dropout. I dropped out back in the 70s. And it took me another 33 years to get back into school. It was actually through practitioner training. I didn't think I was very good at studying. I was really smart growing up, but I never had to study. When I got to college, you know what? They expect you to study. They expect you to take a book home and read it and make notes about it and then write a paper on it. You can't just come to class the next day and know the answer because you just naturally know the answer. That stuff does not happen once you get to that level. And so I was like, oh, this isn't working for me. I'll go get a job in TV. And that's what I ended up doing. So I'm working in TV, going to journalism school, and I'm thinking, why am I going to school when I'm working in journalism already? So I just quit. But it always nagged at me to go back to school. But I had this hidden belief, talking about science of mind, separating belief from the believer. I believed I was not a very good student. I believed I didn't know how to study. I started taking practitioner classes. First, I started foundations, did foundations at Founders and at North Hollywood at the same time. Kept taking double-dipping classes until finally there were no more classes left to take but practitioner classes. Well, in practitioner class, they actually give you tests. They expect you to write papers like for real, and they want you to really read the books. And I did it, and I was done. And I thought, wow, maybe I can study. Maybe I could go back to school. So I went back to school to Antioch University, and I met this guy named David Tripp. Well, at Antioch, they don't mess around. It's not like just one book. It's like 10 books per class. And he says, don't freak out. Here, I'm going to tell you how to do it. It's called cleansing the book. Now, this one doesn't have a cover on it, so you can't do that so much. But you read the title really well, and then you go inside, and you read the table of contents. You literally read the table of contents and contemplate what each chapter of the book might be about. And then you go into the back of the book, if it has an index, and a lot of older books do. This one doesn't, but it has a bibliography. So you go back and you read the bibliography, right? Then you go back to the table of contents, and this time you mark a little dot next to each chapter that kind of grabs your attention. And now you've got like maybe 12 dots out of 20 chapters that you dotted, and you read those in the order that they draw attention to you. You read those dots. Now, when you're in class and the instructor asks you something about the book, you can answer it. But you've read deeper into the book than just the first 20 pages where you get bored, and you kind of know about the book. And if you want to, you can go back later. As Joseph Campbell told his students at Sarah Lawrence College, you have one semester to pass the class. You have a lifetime to read the books. So you can always go back. And by doing this, what would happen is kind of like in the encyclopedia where you're looking up one thing. Oh, did I say something? Encyclopedia. You remember those? Like you look up something and you read it, and then there's something after it, and you read about that, and there's something after that, and you read about that. Next thing you know, you're at the F's. You started at the E's, right? That's how the culling or the cleansing of the book would happen. You'd read one paragraph, you think, I'm going to read this chapter. You'd read the next chapter. Next thing you know, you're the star student in class. This is a good way to read a lot of books. Just my little way. But from Angela, she tells us that books, well, they're good for your health. They're good for your brain health. So take a chunk of time out to support your brain. Take a chunk of time out to reimagine. If you're going to tune away from the daily news cycle, and come on, there's only so much news to tell you about. Not there's only so much news in the world. There's only so much to tell you about. Then they tell you over and over and over and over and over until you can recite it yourself. And what's happening there? It's into your DNA. It's becoming part of your system. You've wondered why you're dysregulated, why you went off on the cash register person because they counted out your change wrong. I mean, come on, really? Or worse, that you went off on the cash register person because they could not figure out how to count out your change because the machine broke down, which is what us old people do. You know, remember when you had back in the cafeteria, you could get a job in the cafeteria to run the cash register? That was so cool, man. And you have to learn how to count the change back to the person. You know, here's 34 cents. That makes $1. 4, 3, 4, 5. $5. There you go. Done. Try to teach that to somebody in the line at the store when that happens. Their brain is on fire. They just think, what are you saying? I don't know. And don't give somebody the right change so you can get a 20 when it comes back. You've just blown the whole system away then. Oh, my goodness. My tangent. This is what happens when we get older, Stephen. This is why I need to read for pleasure. so that my brain can relax and defrag a little bit, so that my heart rate can slow down, so my blood pressure goes down as well, and I connect with something deep within. I connect with the divine. I connect with that what's next on the page that Rob did to us so masterfully this morning, you know? And the other thing about books is, it's like, this is not a book, it's radio, but my grandfather would say, I never heard an ugly woman sing a song on the radio. There's never been an ugly person in the book unless they describe the person to be ugly, and even then, you got to pick what the ugly was. It's our imagination, you know? There's a woman who, I read a story this week about a woman named Sarah whose phone had died, and then there was a power outage, and she was stuck in the library during a power outage without her phone. Oh my God, no scrolling. So she picked up a book and started reading by candlelight. When the power came back on, she put her phone away, put it into her pocket, she checked out 3 more books. She enjoyed it so much. Another really interesting story about a woman named Janet, whose father had Alzheimer's. And it was so hard to work with her. And this touched me personally because my mother has got a certain amount of aphasia. And when I go to see her, her language skills are challenged. What Janet noticed was if she read to her father the story of his childhood that he really loved a lot, which is The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, one of my favorites as well, she would read lines from the book, and her father would then finish the line. Or he would laugh at all the appropriate parts. Or he would reach into the book, he would point at a part of the book while she's reading, and she would go down deeper into the book and pick up that place of the book, and he would nod because he knew where he wanted her to go. He understood. And so this woman, who was a financier, worked in the financial world, gave that business up and became a bibliotherapist and started working in places like that. Because other patients said, hey, come read to my father or my mother out of their favorite books. It's the memory. These books, they go into our memory. They're the places they stay, you know. And from Dr. Holmes, he says that our study and our reading are a process of disciplining our thoughts to grow into a greater spiritual understanding. So many times, some of the best books that I've read have been novels, and they tell some of the greatest spiritual stories. I still quote Sue Monk Kidd from Secret Life of Bees, where the main character says, I wish someone would ring the bell and dab mercy on my poor soul. What a sweet line. Just ring the bell and dab mercy on my poor soul. Books reach back. And like ACB's parents, my parents were book-loving people. We had books everywhere. And I couldn't wait to have my own books. And it was such a treat when they gave me my first book, which I still have. It's The Boy Who Ate Flowers. Look at this. I think I might have written in this book. I think I wrote my name in this book in like big, giant Stephen letters. Before I knew that my name was supposed to be PH, there it is, Stephen Rambo. This is my book. The Boy Who Ate Flowers. I used to go to the L.A. Public Library, Children's Museum downtown, and read this story to the kids, and I would buy edible flowers and eat flowers along the way. And they stopped me because they said, a lot of the flowers are poisonous. I said, well, that's why I brought edible flowers. And there's so many ways to read a book. My Aunt Helen, we loved to read. We would go down to Redondo Pier together to read, and I'd start a new book, and I'm busy, cleansing the book, looking at the chapters and reading the back. And she just opened a book and right to the last page. She goes right to the last page. I go, what are you doing? What are you doing? The tension, the anxiety, I can't take it. I have to know how it ends. And I just read toward the ending to make sure it makes sense to get there. Then there's some folks with the random page. They just open up a book to the old page and start reading right there. There's a random page people. And then there's there's the skimmers. They're scanning for an idea. They're looking for a particular idea. Or the switchers. I'm one of those. Switch from one book to the next. I read 4 or 5 books at a time because I get bored easily. It's like TV shows. You don't watch the same show all day long. You watch episodes. So changing books. Then there are the abandoners who never finish a book. They just abandon the book and leave it alone. We've all done that. I get that. Paper books, audio books, digital books, electronic books, e-books. But the great thing about the books is that people who read books, readers are changed people. You can't read a book without it changing you. And readers are grateful. They're grateful for the word read. My dad says, don't let one book change your life, because sometimes a book will come along that feels like it will change your life. But Holmes tells us that we are born to express ourselves, whether we are writers or readers. The goal is some sort of fulfillment. We're seeking self-fulfillment. So we find that through the books. We find accomplishment through the books. And we find that we're living more creatively through the books that we read. I love that Angela went from turning away from the news to reading for pleasure. Reading for pleasure. And sometimes books can be troubling, and that's okay. They can be challenging, and that is okay too. Oh, no, not yet, sorry. And books can be challenging too, and that is equally difficult. In a land of free speech, some of the books are going to be speaking about things that you may not like. That's okay too, because we are here to express. We're here to be changed. We're here to be grateful. This book that I was studying, this childhood book, it easily could be a banned book nowadays because there are flowers in here, as I talked about, that were poisonous. So, oh my God, you can't have a book like that. Or books like The Color Purple, which has been banned in many communities. The Harry Potter series, banned in many communities. Not because they wanted to cancel J.K. Rowling, because they don't like witchcraft, the challenging of authoritarianism that goes on in the book. Perks of the Wallflower, Stephen Chbosky. Little girl sitting by the wall, just all by herself, not dancing. Another girl comes up and asks her to dance, and she finds her joy in dancing. And she also finds her partner, and she happens to be lesbian. Book canceled. Stamped by Ibram Kendi. He talks about his relationship to growing up black in America and what it has meant for him. Well, Angela says that we should read books like that. That we should read books that perhaps have been banned. If you think that some books should be banned and you haven't read the book that you think should be banned, I challenge you to read the book before you think it should be banned. And then the quote, which I think is really dynamite, what she says here. Like, Angela, prophetic. If the books that are banned, if they're that threatening to a particular system, question the system, not the books. In a land of free speech, we get to do that. In a land of free speech, we get to do that. There are certain books that may be really scary for others to hear that they're being read. But that's okay, because something shifts in us when we get there. Something shifts in a person who reads The Color Purple. Something shifts in the story of a little girl who finds not just the joy of life, but the joy of love at the same time. Something shifts when we read a book about a man like Ta-Nehisi Coates, who talks about a book that he wrote to his son about what it means to be black in America. You read that story, you get a perspective that you cannot get from your own life experience. They're all valuable. I'm not saying you should agree or disagree, but you cannot agree or disagree if you haven't read it first. And then after you've read it, it's very logical what she does. Get the book, read the books, and then go into a quiet space. Then meditate. Contemplate. Contemplation is a form of meditation. Put down the daily activity of the world and just sit There's this woman named Mary who paid $200 to go to a guru for a meditation weekend, and the guru says, all right, close your eyes and don't think of anything. She goes, well, I go to work and I get to do that for free every day. But we don't need to do that. We contemplate. We simply need to power down from the daily activities of life and just spend a few minutes in conscious awareness of the space that we are in. There's a long list of all the benefits of meditation. I'm not going to go through all of them here because we'll be here all night. And that's how many of them there are until it's night. I mean, there are physical benefits to meditation. There are emotional benefits to meditation. There are spiritual benefits to meditation, from what happens to your heart rate to what happens in your productivity in the world at large. There was a guy, this is really interesting, a guy named Tom. His doctor told him that his anxiety and his panic attacks could be helped by meditation. He's like, I'm an engineer. I don't meditate. He says, no, I believe in logical ways of coming to solutions. I'm not going to do this meditating thing. But he go ahead, and he gets an app anyway. He gets an app anyway. The first week, he's like, oh, this is just, belief system, BS. And he continues on, he says, and he puts it down. Then the second week, his wife says, hey, how's that meditation coming for you? And, being the guy, he's like, he didn't want to tell his wife that he wasn't doing it anymore. So the third week, he picked it up and started meditating again. He started noticing that he sat down for a 15-minute meditation, and it felt like 3 minutes, but actually 30 minutes had gone by. And he felt a little bit better. And then he was having an exchange with one of his bosses, and instead of blowing up at the boss, he heard himself say, take a breath. And then taking that breath, he gave a response. And one of his coworkers said, oh my God, the way you handle what's his name today, I can't even believe that. What happened to you? He said, well, I've been doing this meditating thing. It actually really works. Now he teaches meditation in his office, and in the cafeteria, they got a sign in the cafeteria that says, error 404, stress not found. Get into your quiet space. Spend some time reading for joy, for pleasure, for entertainment, for education, for whatever purpose. Then afterwards, take some time to be with those words in contemplation. And then once you have seeded the great imaginative space, that adventure and stillness is ready to happen. Then go into that adventure space through a little bit of time of meditation and relaxation. Angela does it this way. She says, first you just sit. You just sit and be still. Then you close your eyes. You breathe. And then you just notice. You just notice. You notice everything without judgment. Become a witness to the experience of living. That's all it is. How simple. You don't have to do the mudra thing with the hands and sit in a little pretzel or anything. I'm just here noticing. I'm just here breathing. I'm noticing how hard it is to breathe when I focus on my breath. Isn't that a curious thing? Just from a space of curious. And she says, when judgment does come, and it will because we are beautifully human, notice that too, and then repeat. Simple process. Sit, be still, close your eyes, breathe, notice everything. And then repeat. That's meditation. Who knew? It's so simple. It's also the doorway to a spiritual realization. The books have their gifts. Meditation has its gifts, and it's part of that cosmic urge that we get to join in to co-create. And it's totally unavoidable to have an experience of expansion if we are willing to do these things. But we must be willing to do it. It's not going to happen unless you choose to. Unless you choose to let the loving intelligence in through this doorway. Let it in through this crack in your time, in your daily activity. Let that in. Let that peace and that comfort that just wants to be a part of your life anyway, help it along. Goodwill and happiness is what the universal intelligence wants for us. It didn't create it for nothing. It created for us to experience. Success, abundance, created for us to experience. It happens as we take a time out to just be with ourselves, to be at the center of our very being in the quiet spaces of the deep within. You can do it with meditation books, but you can just do it with yourself. Life's flow, it's calm, it's delightful, and there's an expectancy of wonder that we're looking for, that Dr. Holmes talks about, that comes through the wonderful happenings. What did you just say? Life's just continually unfolding, continues to unfold all the way. As Dr. Holmes says, there is a doorway or an entrance through which the mind must pass on its way to spiritual realization. And the door that can be opened, is by none other than the one who is to enter. The door that's waiting to be opened can only be opened by you. You hold the key. You hold the cosmic key to a wonderful experience that begins with turning away from the day's events, spending a little time in quiet, maybe an enjoyment of adventures in a book of your own choosing, and then some time in quiet meditation. And just let it be and enjoy the adventures of stillness that reside within. And so it is. There we are. So, I travel the physical world and time eternal in the creative stillness of mind. I love how our slide matches but that's okay. There we are. Life's unfolding. You guys got the total timing on my talk. You can just feel it when it's going
9
there,
years
when it flows.
happens.
It flows. Yeah. Okay. I'm just getting still for a moment. Sometimes the prayer is ready, and other times I want to just contemplate it. And what I just heard someone say is, get still, close your eyes, and notice. And what I notice is that sometimes that stillness is a long way away. I noticed where the stillness shows up in life. That sometimes that stillness is in the dark that is before the dawn, when there seems to be no space between here and there, and suddenly the light comes into the day, and the dawn awakens something that shows vision of what is here and there, and suddenly distance arises from the quietness of nothingness. Creativity arises. So I invite each and every one of us now to take some time in our life this week to go within and simply be. To be in a space of silence, a space of quiet, and see what unfolds. I invite each of us this week to take time out with a book, not something that you've been reading already, something new. Let Spirit just guide you. Just walk past your shelf, your stack, whatever, and grab one. That's the right one. And open it up. Cleanse it. Cull it. Cut through the pages of it if you need to. Or just open at the front. Or maybe you want to go to the back. Find that space. Sit with it. Find the adventures within. Take time out for yourself, because Spirit has put us here to have this selfish experience of life through our beingness. So I speak this word of allowing. If anything comes through in this prayer this morning, it is the word allowing. Allow yourself to be. Allow yourself to move into what we are called human beings. We're not human doers. Take some time out. If you're going to do, if you're striving to do, take the time out this week to be. Be in the presence. So grateful for that revelation. So grateful for this intention and this invitation. And I say thank you, Mother, Father, God, for delivering it, and thank you for the acceptance of it as I stand in the allowance with deep gratitude to let it be. And so it is.
It is. I am of it all. I am light. 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 I am light.
Ways to support our community. There they are. I wanted to speak a word of intention, beyond intention, of manifestation, of truly knowing. And what I'm asking each of you to do, to know, is that we are an abundant and prosperous center. We're not living from a space of lack or want or need. We have everything we need, all that we could ever want. And it requires us to know it. I lived in that space of knowing this weekend. We received a gift that helped us get through a little short-term hump. We need to continue to have that knowing. And then the demonstration is made. Ask, and it shall be given. And we're not talking about the ask like please, the ask of a king who asks a question of his soldiers, and he knows it's going to happen because of his authority as king, as Lord. You have that authority. You are the king of your own life, the Lord of your own mind, the lawgiver of your own presence. And so speak that truth. And when we do the affirmation of abundance, please hear it from that perspective. Not from a question of asking, not from a question of wanting, but a knowing that this center has all the resources it needs to move through the rest of this year and forward in a great, prosperous, and abundant way. You ready for that? Here we go. All right. Divine love
Is doing its perfect work.
Divine love harmonizes. Divine love adjusts. Divine love prospers. Divine love foresees everything and richly provides every good thing for the world. Center for Spiritual Living, Simi Valley, and me now. Divine love prevails. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Becky. Thank you for your support. Some good things showing up on our events coming up. Thank you, Cherie. Ooh. Pool time. Yay.
Another one of my favorite books, Braiding Sweetgrass. Robin Wall Kimmerer says, "We are showered every day with gifts, but they are not meant for us to keep. Their life is in their movement, the inhale and the exhale of our shared breath. Our work and our joy is to pass along the gift and to trust that what we put out into the universe will always come back. And so it is.
So it is. Okay, we get one more from Jessica.
I gotta change my key here.
It's amazing you blend one of the most ancient instruments with one of the most modern day expressions of musical expressions. It's amazing.
Thank you. Well, this last song here is called I Am All That I Am. It's by an artist in San Diego called B-Turn. There we go.
Jessica Bruizeula. Beautiful.
Yeah,
There are those
yeah,
volunteers
yeah,
at work.
yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Jessica. Hey, Ron's on the service team. He's leading our team today with Becky and Linda supporting. And John's all over the place. He's doing the signs. Glenn on the stage manager and sound. Thank you so much for that. We've got John Mazialco on the slides, working it. Gregory's up in the booth with Olivia's back there. Okay. Yeah. Good. Let's see here. So thank you so much for, now I have to get my extenders out. I know who they are. Yeah, oh, that's right. Krista Bretz and Pat Schaefer back there with the kids today, standing in for Cindy, who's taking some time to work on her health. And thank you so much, Kathy, for stepping in and doing the coordination for the service. In the office will be Greg Schaefer after. Good fellowship showing up with Michelle, Candy, Krista, and Linda. Thank you so much for that. And again, Jessica, wonderful, wonderful music. Our band, we got this. We got the. You got something? Okay. We got a wonderful band with Cherie Deeds, Steve Fowler, Bob Townley, and Saul standing in for Randy, who took some time off. All right. Thank you so much, Cassandra and Cheryl, as well. Did you, Madam President, did you have something?
Can I do like 30 seconds?
You can have as much time as you want. You're the president.
I know by this time everybody's like, I want snacks.
There.
Hello. I think there's a slide coming up, but a week from today, we're going to have the pool party at our house, and please just let us know because we want to buy enough food. We're going to, the board is going to provide the hamburgers, hot dogs, veggie burgers, and we just want to make sure we have enough for everybody. So please come because it's supposed to get very warm this week. So I think it's going to be a great day for a pool party.
Ooh.
A week from today.
Perfect.
So please, and then bring something, and there's a sign-up sheet I think outside.
There is a sign-up sheet in
for
the
that.
lobby.
And then the other, it's really hard to surprise this guy because he's either here or he's watching, right? So, you know what I mean in a good way.
What are they doing over there?
Creeper. So there's a jar outside. Please put a memory you have or something you'd like to say to Stephen, so Reverend Stephen, so he'll have freaking take him out when he feels like it.
Oh, good.
And there's also a card, sorry, no surprise. There's a card, I know a lot of people have signed it, but just in case you missed it, we want to make sure you have your shot. So it's also out there, so please do that. So then when that's done, we'll be able to present that to you. So I'm sorry I don't have that now.
Oh, thank
But
you.
I just want to thank you for 10 years of your, what does he call them? Not tentacles when you do the stories.
Oh, my tangents?
Yeah, tangents. For your tangents that are very entertaining, for sharing your life stories.
Tentacles.
For your tentacles.
With my tentacles into your brains.
And for bringing your humor and your most authentic self here every single day, whether you're helping someone through a tough time or helping relieve tension or whatever, you're always so you, and that's what makes it extra wonderful to have you here. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you. That's sweet. All right. And I do read all those little things. I love them. I love those little cards. Okay, that's the band. Cleaning crew, Kathy, Michelle, and Nancy Fuller this week. Samaritan Center was this week. That was Darlene, Kathy, and Nancy. And the kit coordinators, Patricia Schaefer, she just really worked that so wonderfully. And look at this. So we've done 3 of our 4 for the year. Now we have, coming up is the Rainbow Coalition Drive for seniors that are housed and the art supplies. So we'll get more about that. It'll be an opportunity for all of you to dive into your creative nature because we're going to create some really wonderful things for those. And I think we have, do I have another one? The drum circle coming up on the 19th. Come out for the drum circle. Burl is so much fun. And the meditations that he leads people into are absolutely fantastic. So come on out for that. And, of course, the pool party, as Cheryl was just mentioning, next Saturday. Sunday. After service. Next Sunday after service. Exactly. That's right. Okay. I think that covers everything except Rob. Open mic night. That's right. Oh, wait, there's more. See what I was saying? There's so much stuff going on here. It's great. And the other thing about it is it puts us on the map for the community because we're not filling up all these events. People from outside our center are filling up a lot of these events, especially with the open mic night. So tell anybody, particularly all your frustrated comedians, artists who are looking to perform or want to try out new material, have them come try it out at our open mic night on Friday, the 26th of September. Now it's time for Rob. There you go.
Thank you. I'm hoping that this the open mic night is going to turn into like a date night event because it's on a Friday.
Well, nice.
So it's like, have performers here and come with your date, watch the show.
There you go. Yeah.
But now, after the service, I'm going to be over there to give 1-minute miracles to anybody who wants one. And if you aren't going to be, you don't want to talk in person because you're very shy or whatever, there are forms out there on the table, and you can write in the little card, put it in the box, and then the team will pray for you during the week.
Excellent. I like it. Let's all stand and sing. Starting with our benediction, which says, I'm at home in the heart of God. My life is anchored in truth. I can never be separate. I live in the consciousness of peace. I release all fear. I am living love.
Am I strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes come from living this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone and there's nothing that I can do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has his meaning. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its meaning. I am the place where God shows up. Will I have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself? Will I have the health of mind and body to live a life of grace and wholeness? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone and there's nothing that I can do on my